Last time on That Ain't Meta. Bubba, Kuzbento, Ding Dongster, and Avocado Canyon recorded a podcast about Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Boo told you to watch That Ain't Meta podcast, or Boo will beat your ass.
Imagine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to
Hire me for the next
beaten by
Bouvier.
Boo.
Please, thank you.
Bouvier?
Bouvier.
You've heard of OVAs, but how about Bouviers?
And then Kid Boo was just, oh, it's just grunts. Or if you're fucking Tenkaichi, so ugly.
Boo, but yeah, Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Dragon
Tales,
GT, abridged, Absalon,
Super
carrot cake.
No.
everything.
Dragon Balls.
Oh.
That's something completely different.
I was like, I don't know where you're going with that.
I don't know.
Dragon your balls.
I mean, Shenron has Dragon Balls.
That is
Does he
true.
though?
2 types of Dragon Balls. You had to collect the Dragon Balls, but he has his own Dragon Balls.
Ew!
Yeah, there's tonsils.
I am disgusted.
I'm confused.
That's good.
What you know about him? But
I
yeah,
know
Dragon
that
Ball.
Shenron.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the original Dragon Ball, but like, I think like Toriyama was so influential on everything.
Oh yeah.
But like, it's interesting how there's a big tone shift in each saga of Dragon Ball. Like, Dragon Ball was very about that mythical adventure, like, you know, the whole Sun Wukong,
Journey to the
Son
West.
Goku, yeah, like the Journey to the West.
And figuring out
Yeah.
that Bulma doesn't have balls.
Oh yeah, the slapping the Pantsu, the
I thought you were talking about how Bulma smashed Vegeta when he like just came to Earth.
I mean, yes.
She
But
literally
we'll
kept
get
him-
to that.
She kept him in his house and she was like, whoa.
We'll get to that.
We'll get there.
But yeah, no, Dragon Ball's super awesome. Like, one thing I miss from original Dragon Ball is like the kung fu aspect of it,
Oh yeah, the
like,
stances.
the fighting, and yeah,
That's why Super Broly best movie.
well,
Yeah, Bio Broly. best
I mean,
of
it's
the-
not really a contest, but yeah, no, like that's one of the things I love about Dragon Ball, and like having the tail and having that kind of be an integral part of his character was kind of cool, you know, and the Great Apes meaning something. And,
I thought it was cool. I guess this is just because of hindsight, but I thought it was cool seeing Goku and Ko do stuff without all the transformations.
yeah.
And it was just martial arts and training and
Yeah, I mean, it got unrealistic in the last few tournaments when, like, yeah, he was like Rock Lee, bro, dropping the weights.
yeah, but it was cool though.
It was still cool, yeah.
I think the thing about Dragon Ball that rings true throughout all of it is that no
How
matter
stupid Goku is.
besides that
So how good of a person he kind of is.
and besides that, but like no matter how ridiculous it got, it was always cool.
Yeah.
No matter how ridiculous it got, and it got pretty ridiculous.
Kakarot, let me fucking sleep.
I can't
Bro.
sleep. I'm going to kill you.
Like, just, I don't know, it was cool, like, also seeing Tien and, like, and Yamcha, like, doing something and being cool, like,
The Red Ribbon Army was cool too, as like an antagonist.
oh god, what was it, General Blue and,
General So
what was
or
that
Tao,
guy?
General Tao, not
the
So.
blonde boy.
Officer Black.
Oh,
That was just blackface.
no. Niner.
Ader, bro.
Ader.
Niner. Yeah,
Niner.
the secret twin.
I loved Ader. Frankenstein head ass android.
And you had an Invisible Man.
An Invisible
Yeah,
Man.
What's the girl? Ariel?
Oh,
Orale?
the
Yeah.
blonde.
Wasn't it like a crossover thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's one of Toriyama's other cartoons.
Oh, the little girl.
Yep.
Yeah, the penguin girl.
She's like she's a robot. That's why she can like literally pick up orders and shoot beams.
Super strong.
Her
Before it was cool.
Her story's really derpy.
Yeah, and the origin of the Kamehameha, bro. I mean, only a select few could do it. It was
Boy, how
yeah,
that
like the
shit-
build up was super cool. Have you ever seen that OVA? Like they made like a movie that redid the like first part of oops
Oh.
the first part of Dragon Ball, and it looked so good.
I
That's
haven't
cute.
seen it.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. But yeah, Dragon Ball, just like the campy nature of it was just so charming, and I would love to like own it in its like manga form at some point, cause just like the art style.
Yeah,
So
the art has
interesting.
always been very good.
Yeah. All right. Also, before we get into any more Dragon Ball, we should talk subs or dubs.
I like the dub, but that's because it's like what I grew up with. I don't like Goku
I think.
in Japanese.
We probably share the same opinion.
Yeah.
Now,
Now we do. But if you would have asked us like 10 years ago,
dub.
we would have said dub. But after having to watch Super
I
and
just
sub,
want a mix, bro.
yeah, because there's like some characters.
I want American Cell fighting against American Goku with the Japanese Vegeta with Japanese Frieza. Now that's epic.
Imagine. But yeah, I think. Yeah, having to watch Super. having to watch Super and subs because it wasn't out in dub
Subs,
yet.
gamer subs.
Game. We're not no, not yet. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, having to watch all of Super and sub.
Yeah, just like you kind of got used to it. Actually, to the point where I thought like Nozawa as Goku was just charming.
Yeah,
And
I think.
it grew on me.
Yeah,
I do love the Kamehameha. I'm not gonna lie.
the only annoying part is when it's just Goku, Gohan,
Gohan,
and
Goten.
Goten and Bardock all sound exactly
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
Then it gets a little bit annoying.
I think they should have
but-
casted someone else at that point for the.
Especially as Bardock.
See, cause American Gohan.
Was it Kyle Herbert?
He's like probably my
Something like
favorite VA in the American dub.
Yeah,
Or
he's
other
good.
hey, controversial hot take, other than Vic, because I still love him.
I'm sure.
At the very least, his performance as Broly is good. You can say that.
I'm trying to think. Oh,
Well, you can say that all the bullshit also is bullshit. But, you know.
I love Boo's voice actor. I hate Japanese Boo.
Oh, the old
Oh,
man
yeah.
sounded
nasty.
Boo?
He's like, I'm like, ew. Like it makes sense for Evil Boo to sound like that, but for normal Boo,
I don't even remember what Super Boo sound. Well, cause I don't think I ever watched through the entirety of Z in sub.
I
I've
have no
only
desire
watched
to
the
do
Super
that.
sub.
Oh, yeah,
And the
Super
movies.
and Sub. Okay, yeah, and there's certain things in Super Sub that like when they transferred to dub, weren't that great. Like
yeah.
I love the Hits Japanese voice actor more, and definitely Goku Black. Goku Black is just like is a different beast. Nozawa like nails that like menacing, like there's like this
Menacing.
aura about it.
It's like really cocky.
Exactly.
And it's weird because that's like what it would be if just Goku was. He wasn't
Yeah.
as stupid
Like,
and lighthearted as he
Imagine
was.
dub Goku versus sub Goku Black.
That'd be pretty fun.
I kind of like that dynamic, you know?
Yeah.
Don't
Oh.
shoot him. He's not black.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
and
Japanese Jiren is very, very good
Dis-
compared to.
despite Jiren being a lackluster
Yeah,
character,
at least he's menacing.
People are gonna
he's
roast
like
y'all
menacing.
now.
I mean, not really.
Not
It's
really.
pretty well accepted.
Some people love Jiren, bro.
American Jiren?
Not a lot.
No, not American.
Exactly.
Jiren as a
In
character
general.
because he's just strong.
But ugly.
He's just chatty.
He is,
But,
he is Dragon Ball Chad.
Who else? Oh yeah, Frieza's sub
Is
is just the most superior thing ever.
yeah, the dub gets close,
Yeah.
but I need that laugh.
There's also like I have a soft spot nostalgia wise for the original Frieza Z actor.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, the chain smoker kind of it really is that kind of voice. But
it here, Goku.
I just
What?
like it.
The
Frieza.
old Frieza.
Old Frieza.
Well,
It's
Frieza,
nostalgic for me.
he was lovely. He licked.
It almost sounded like
So
Rita
weird.
Repulsa from
Yeah,
Power
exactly.
Rangers. It was
That's
weird.
what it was. I don't know. There's something charming about it. Also, like I guess like I have nostalgia again for like Sean and I mean again, putting aside what's all that happened with all the controversy with the VAs and how they've been acting. Like there's some
Very
nostalgia
sad
I have with like who was I know Sean did like early and later Z. Was Chris always Vegeta? I don't think.
I
he
don't think
was.
so. I think, yeah. The
Come
time
on,
it
Kakarot.
was always really weird because there were so many iterations of the dub for Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
But yeah, like Sean, because like he also did all the video game dubbing for Goku, and I played a lot of the games. So.
Oh yeah, I think that's what
Kamehameha!
cemented Dragon Ball for me, was playing all the Tenkaichi,
Budokai,
Tenkaichi
yeah.
and Budokai
You're
games.
playing as GT Goku, be like, bro, this is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah, before watching GT.
Little kid.
I literally first experience with Super Saiyan 4 was, I think, playing Budokai
Oh yeah,
3.
you just like
And I was like, this is the coolest shit ever! and then...
this Kamehameha is red.
Yeah, and then we watched...
He's a monkey! Wow!
But yeah, no, but yeah, as far as like dubs and subs, there's just like, you can cherry pick. You know, you can
Yeah.
cherry pick your VAs. But I don't know.
Damn, bro, that should be an option when you watch movies. Just like have a character
It
list
would be
and
so
select.
complicated.
It'd be so complicated to like program that, but I don't know. Like, I think I just love the sub now a little more, especially in Super. So I don't know. But yeah, and then we can move from Dragon Ball to
The Saiyan Saga.
of Z.
Ew, rat. Literal rat.
Rat-a-tat.
Oh, Raditz.
When your purpose is to die.
I think it's so funny, again, with hindsight, looking back at how Raditz fucked everybody up.
He really did. But then he got the short end of the stick
He
as a
just
plot.
shut up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just
I mean,
Raditz.
I mean,
Shut up, Goku.
it's iconic. Like the
Yeah.
special beam cannon killing both Raditz and Goku. You know, spoiler alert, if you haven't fucking watched Dragon Ball Z, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, like the special beam cannon, like, I mean, it became a mainstay for the rest of the series.
Special beam kind.
Makan Shampo or whatever it's called in Japanese. But yeah, no, it was cool seeing Gohan's development, and like when he like got really angry and headbutted Raditz, he went.
Then he was like, I'm gonna grab you, also I'm gonna die.
I don't know. I feel like it would have been cool to see like more of Raditz and like his dynamic.
Yeah.
Dynamic.
He really did.
I think it's really weird with all the Dragon Ball, you know, whole bring everybody back to life all the time. They never thought to bring back Nappa and Raditz and be like, you know, Vegeta became a good guy. You guys can become a good guy too.
I don't think they trusted.
Nappa would care.
I think Raditz, maybe not Nappa, but Raditz, given the whole
I really want them.
he's Goku's brother thing.
No. I really want them to like have everyone like be solid and then bring back Cell just to see how over fucking powered Cell can get.
If he just keeps absorbing
technically-
everybody.
I'm gonna absorb Broly. I'm gonna absorb Jiren. I'm gonna absorb Ultra Instinct Goku.
Well, technically, that's what made Boo and Cell annoyingly OP.
Yeah.
Because they could just be like, I'm not strong right now, but
No.
But then like that's what made like Cell's potential is also like one of the greatest in all the villains because
He has
he
like
has
one of the
like,
greatest English
he has
DNA ever.
Sand DNA and
Oh, yeah.
Namek DNA, so like
He can regenerate, but he also gets the Zenkai boost.
exactly. So it's kind of dumb, you know. If you and doesn't he have Frieza DNA?
Maybe, I don't remember.
I think he might, and then he could technically reach a pseudo golden form.
That
Oh.
Ultra Golden
Yeah, 'cause, like,
Berserk
I mean, I've seen a
Instinct.
what if video about that,
oh yeah.
and then
Alright,
they animated
we're
it.
gonna get ahead of ourselves. Back
Exactly.
to the Saiyan Saga.
They say it's,
But it's
it's
so
hard not to
cool.
talk about.
It's
it.
so
Yeah,
cool.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
But yeah, like Gohan's like development started in this saga.
Yeah, and how he was like, I need to fight, kinda.
Yeah, and like
I need to be
like
strong.
Piccolo would be coming back as Ma Junior, becoming
Oh.
Piccolo Junior. And, that was like, but yeah, like him turning into a good guy, and
Mhm.
you know, it was interesting to
And
see
then-
to see their development too.
And then you have the Vegeta and Nappa come and beat up everybody again.
And the Cyberman. Oh, and that's the origin of the legendary Yamcha meme.
Not the side.
So sad.
And you
bro.
get the iconic Kaioken Goku versus.
Oh yeah, versus Vegeta, graded Vegeta.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That was so cool, man. No one talks
The
about my
whole
boy
cross.
Yajirobe, man.
My
He
boy.
saved the day.
He really
He
did
cut
that.
off Vegeta's tail.
Yeah.
If he didn't, graded Vegeta would have just killed all of them and blew up the planet.
Y'all should
Oh,
be
man.
smacks.
I wish they used the Z fighters more.
Yeah,
But we'll get
now,
there.
Now the B fighters, but
The B fighters. And then
But
you
yeah,
have
no,
the-
like, it was cool seeing Vegeta and like him embodying like everything that it is to be a Saiyan,
Mhm.
and Nappa being this big hulking beast.
Yeah, I mean, the scene where Vegeta just throws Nappa into the air and just
Yeah,
obliterates
dirty
him.
firecworks or whatever.
Oh, it's so stupid, but
it truly shows like how like far on the deep end that Vegeta is. He's like doesn't give a shit.
I mean, by that point, he was just like,
You're in the way.
yeah, my pride is at stake, bro.
Yeah, I need to kill you now.
It's time to go.
But it was also cool seeing like now like Goku's like the ever evolving low class Saiyan.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the start of that too.
Oh come on, did we forget Turles?
We'll get to
He's not canon.
Movies will be a separate discussion as well though.
Not the apple.
I don't even know what the fuck Turles is about. What is he like?
We'll explain it when we
Yeah,
get.
we'll get there.
But yeah, no, I
And
loved that saga.
You also have the OG beam struggle.
Oh yeah, that was the first that defined all of the video games.
Yeah.
That just became a staple in every single one. I love it though. As stupid as it is, like this and like the Raditz saga was like where it kind of like there's controversy over like, oh yeah, that's where it went off the deep end, adding the concept of, oh yeah, Goku's an alien, not really like, and like it kind of took out the mystical part and kind of put the sci-fi part into it with mix of like the dragon and
I dig it.
yeah, like, and I'm okay with it. I mean, obviously, yeah, it started to get a little much bleeding into like the later sagas, but
Yeah.
we'll get there too. So
After that, we got the Namek saga.
I love the Namek
I think the
saga.
Namek saga might be like the
Honestly,
most
I think
famous
it's
saga.
where it peaked.
Yeah.
Z at least.
Frieza.
When Frieza go boom.
Frieza,
But I
best
think
villain.
the Namek saga raised it kind of. Granted, you can't really raise the stakes in Dragon Ball because the Dragon Balls exist.
Wow.
And so
What if you delete Dragon Ball?
but like in terms of like it gave the series a proper antagonist.
Well, they had to go to Namek because didn't Kami pass away? Or no, I think Piccolo had to absorb Kami
Oh yeah.
in order to try and fight off the Saiyans.
Mm.
And so they lost their Seeker, or their Dragon Ball, like the what's it called,
This.
the Protector of the Planet or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they lost that, so they didn't have any more Dragon Ball. So yeah, that's where the stakes were raised. Like, well, shit, now we can't like, and now Frieza's
yeah.
coming, and so there was a lot going on.
Yeah. So it did raise the
Look at
stakes.
the beautiful scene.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we'll get to that part in a
Yeah.
little bit because
Well, you have-
that deserves a little bit of time on its own. But like the introduction of the Ginyu Force was awesome.
You also have Vegeta starting to become a good guy.
Well, yeah, this was the knocking down Vegeta 15,000 pegs
Yeah.
saga.
Yeah.
I don't like you.
Yeah.
He got his ass ate by Dodoria and Zarbon, and then the Ginyu Force,
And then Frieza.
and then Frieza.
Damn, bro, imagine getting beat by the Ginyu Force.
Imagine,
They were
Gohan
kind
and
of
Krillin
OP,
also
yeah.
got their ass eaten by
imagine
Raditz.
But they're like
Frieza.
kids.
Imagine
I mean,
seeing
granted,
Frieza.
Krillin ain't no kid. He's a
He's
grown
a
man.
humanoid,
I was like, I don't know
though.
about that.
Technically, Goku lost to Ginyu because of the body swap.
Okay, but that's a body swap, right?
But also, imagine seeing Frieza in a form that isn't final form.
And he's still whooping your ass.
Yeah.
Honestly, I like little Frieza.
Well, that's why, like, it made sense. Like, this was the peak, you know,
Yeah,
because like,
'cause-
Frieza was just like the
He-
impending prodigal force.
Yeah, I think he was the series' best antagonist easily.
Oh yeah, because he didn't need to be like goody two. Like he was cruel. Like that was what's awesome about it. But he was also like charming and funny about it.
Yeah, he was
Third
sadistic.
form, ugly.
They're going based on alien head ass.
Yeah.
Long.
But yeah, like
hair.
also like
Crazy
it
fingers.
was cool seeing Goku also come back from like how destroyed he got from and, well no not before that when like the Sand Saga where he had to use Kaken. Like was it times 20?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like he had to use that like destroy his body, but then this was like the first time he got like a big boy Zenkai boost,
Mhm.
and then he came back and he went to Raccoon basically, and like everyone got smacked, and it was cool like seeing his power scaling come back, and then you get to Frieza, and then all of a sudden it's this like now it was big boy stakes.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, it was like the emotional turmoil of Frieza like playing around with Goku's family and friends, and like seeing how that played out. Like I think it was really good for Goku.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the most iconic obviously the Super Saiyan moment, but I think the moment right before that, when Frieza kills Krillin,
Was also like the most shocking.
that was like the most memorable part to me as a kid. Cause it was like, oh shit, bro.
He really just killed him.
Yeah.
And they don't have the Dragon Balls right now, so it's like,
And like, not only did he kill him, he used like the Force,
and blew him.
brought him up in the sky, and
Yeah.
blew him up in front of Goku, and it's like,
Oh. He is a villain.
yeah.
Yeah, like this arc did a really good job at building Frieza up too, slowly. You know, like he was just always sitting down in his like chamber
His
thing.
pod thing.
Yeah, he
His
was
little
just like
baby
chilling.
pod, bro.
He's chilling, bro. And it was cool also learning about like Namek culture and where like Piccolo came from. Wasn't actually just a demon king. It was just a really bad Namek.
Yeah.
That's all it really was. But yeah, it was cool. But then the big moment, you know, that moment became iconic
Defined
across
like all of anime,
media.
Yeah.
media in general.
It was. I think you could argue that it was what made anime, at least in the West.
Yeah.
It's
And, like,
what made it popular.
I don't think a day goes by where it isn't referenced.
Yeah.
It's in anything. It's referenced in so much, you know.
Amazing. World
It's
of
funny how it came about though. Do you guys know how it came about? Toriyama,
Oh, did he get tired of coloring in the hair?
yeah, he got tired of coloring the hair, and he's like, this new form could just save me time. And that became the most iconic form in everything.
Yeah. It's also funny because it's just like super Aryan race because it's just blonde hair, blue eyes.
Oh no.
It's kind of weird, but
But you know,
It's okay.
it's fine.
He uses the power of Caucasian.
They added all the other colors in the speech,
yeah.
so it's fine.
I mean, look at Broly.
Oh yeah, we'll see.
Our
Yeah,
tan
well,
king.
But what's it called? Yeah, no, like Frieza Saga like ended really well too, with tying up the bow, and Gohan kind of like you got a little more of a hint into like, oh yeah, this kid has like the hidden potential, like he can kick ass, like given the right scenario.
Yeah.
But yeah, like and everyone getting back and being wished back, and then like yeah, and this is where we get Dende.
10 days.
More than
It's my boy Dende, bro. Little Dende. I loved it. Frieza Saga was awesome.
Yeah.
But like also the beginning of the Android Saga kind of slapped though. As a
Yeah.
kid.
When Trunks shows up, and it's just like, who the fuck is this guy? And then you go Super Saiyan, you're like, who the fuck is this guy?
You're like, it was just so awesome.
Trunks as a kid was like the coolest fucking.
He really
Yeah, he
was.
was literally like. As a kid, my favorite character in all of Dragon Ball. I was like, this guy is so cool.
Bro,
Who is he?
this guy came out of nowhere. His hair's down. He has a fucking sword. He has a nice,
Yeah.
awesome denim jacket. He has cool pants,
It's like
and
the
he just goes Super
definition-
Saiyan.
The definition of cool in the early 2000s.
Yeah, and he just shows up and just murks Frieza and King Cold.
Yeah, like it was just like jaw dropping. Like, oh, the big bad of the last saga. He just comes and slices him in half and kills his dad, and that's it. It's like, oh,
It was like,
big man on campus.
yeah, so it's like, well, where do you go from here?
What's really cool is like a lot of like the fan speculation on whether like King Cold was really a threat, and like the power scaling, and like, oh, like what if he had more forms?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like, what if like he transformed and like then they couldn't handle it, and like
True.
Goku had to come in.
What you
That
know
would've
about
been- that would've been
Golden
kinda
King
cool.
Cold?
Bro, it like,
Or what was it? Heroes did what? They did Golden Cooler,
Cooler,
didn't
yeah.
they? Yeah.
but yeah, they had like this whole fan. They have a fan manga about like what if that happened, and like it's also like multiverse, so like it does a whole bunch of different what ifs. But yeah, we'll get to that later too. But
What
yeah,
if Broly met old Broly?
yeah, that's actually in one. But
Damn it.
but yeah, we'll talk about that later a little bit. But yeah, the Android Saga, it had its ups and downs.
Yeah. I think I liked it before Cell was introduced. I liked it more before Cell, just because I think it was cool having you have like this.
Well, yeah,
this,
with
like,
Dr. Gero coming back and like the sins of the Red Ribbon Army following Goku.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And then you have like Android 17 and 18 show up,
And they're menacing.
and they're murking everybody, and they're
Yeah.
like, and they're not yet like you have like Vegeta's trying to go Super Saiyan, proper Super Saiyan, right? And he's like, huh, I can take you, and it's just like, 18's like, bitch, no, I'm
No.
breaking your arm.
Yeah,
And
like
then
after like him turning Super Saiyan and beating the shit out of 19.
Yeah.
So it was just like a flip on the head. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I thought this was how it was gonna go,
High
and then
key,
it did it. So
I miss the violence of Dragon Ball.
Still there.
It's not as prevalent though.
Yeah.
Because Goku said, I'm a father now.
and
Like
Dad
you don't
Ku.
see Goku getting his balls broken or Vegeta getting his arm broken or anything of that sort now.
Yeah. Well, there's not really
It got
a
kind
story
of closer
for
in
Vegeta.
the Broly movie.
Yeah, that was probably the first,
but yeah,
and
yeah.
which is why it was so
Yeah.
fucking good.
But again, that will build up to that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like even like I liked Dr. Gero in 19. Like again, it was cool seeing like the remnants of the Red Ribbon Army kind of like fighting back
Yeah.
again, and like I don't know, it was just a cool build up to 17 and 18
Mhm.
and 16 eventually. Like
Bird Boy.
and no, like and I loved the build up with Trunks and Future Gohan.
Yeah, that was cool.
And like the emotional trauma he had to face, and like Future Gohan like dying, and it was like so sad. And like as a kid, I was like, oh my god, I love Trunks so much. Like and like that like solidified it. But yeah, like the build up was like awesome for Android Saga. But yeah, and then like it kind of like Cell kind of like it felt like Toriyama threw him in, you know?
Yeah. It was
He
like,
should have
oh,
been part
another
of
android.
He should have been part of another Cell, like just
But, like-
Cell Saga,
But
not
then he like
Android
integrated
Saga.
it with the whole absorption thing.
Yeah.
So like it worked itself out, but it felt messy a little bit in the
Yeah.
middle. I don't know.
Hey, Cell's still epic style though.
Yeah, it was cool seeing, because that was the first time we've seen someone just coming in and like absorbing people and
Yeah.
taking their powers, which was really cool.
Mhm.
But also, this is where we start seeing the character development for Vegeta
Yeah.
on his redemption arc.
Well, like he got knocked down a peg, but then like in the Namek Saga, but then he comes back and then he's still kind of holding on to the pride thing.
And then he gets knocked down a peg again.
Yep.
And again.
Gohan
Actually,
get
no.
the credit.
He was beating Cell, but he was like, no, I want to fight you at your full power. So I can show that I'm
And he
the
got
best.
cocky.
Yeah.
Even though Trunks told him, no,
Kill him.
please.
Vegeta was kind of worst dad ever.
Compared to Goku?
Still kind of.
At that moment, probably.
Hey, at least you know Vegeta.
Hey,
trained
son, for the
Trunks.
future, you're a failure to me. Okay, bye.
Okay,
But
but like...
but again, that's part of the development
Yeah.
after Cell Saga. But again, we're also like we're skipping some parts.
Yeah.
Like, dude, the introduction of First Form Cell was awesome though.
Bug boy.
Like the horror aspect
Yeah.
was so cool. Like that, like Piccolo arriving at the city and no like silence. There wasn't like any music or anything either.
Mhm.
That was like the really cool part, and like it slowly built it up, and like and then you saw like the decayed like shell of like a human, and like we see like something moving in the background, and like having the perspective of like Cell's eyes, seeing Piccolo, like that was like textbook horror.
Yeah.
It was so cool seeing it well done in like an anime. It was like really really cool, like, and like it really like felt like Cell was menacing. Like, oh shit, this man's like absorbing and killing people like right now.
Mhm.
But it was cool.
Wasn't a fan of Cell's design.
The big boy, the bug boy.
Oh.
Like,
Which one? He has many forms.
all, like, looking back, compared to the rest of the villains, I think he might be my least favorite design.
I think like
Especially first and second form.
I think I liked the disgusting and vile nature of the first one though.
Yeah.
I think second form is like my favorite
Really?
because he gets the mask. It's basically first form, but he gets like the weird like
The
assassin mask.
duck bill head eyes.
Big mouth. He's like.
The fire in my laser form.
Yeah, bro.
Oh god.
Oh no.
That's
That and you
interesting.
can't go wrong with perfect cell.
I mean, yeah, Perfect Cell does slap in his own
Not
way.
even a
but
bear.
Just the voice, bro. The voice
The
alone.
voice is good.
You think a barrier can stop me? It blows up.
How hyped you became for fighters.
Come on,
Oh, yeah.
Gohan.
It's so great.
Broken.
It was so funny.
Him and the youngster himself.
16.
Android 16.
Oh yeah, and like all that build. Oh like no, like it was cool also seeing like Gohan's also
yeah.
like further development in this, but like you couldn't help but feel bad for him too, because like Goku really just dropped
Kaboom.
everything on him during this saga.
Yeah.
They were going to the hyperbolic time chamber, and he had the chance to learn Super Saiyan 2 himself, but decided to go all in with Gohan,
Yeah.
which, in retrospect, wasn't very fair of him. When how young Gohan was,
Yeah.
and just like, oh yeah, you know, you're gonna save the world instead of me because I want you to fight. Basically, that's kind of what it boiled down to. You know, like the pride in his son is still there, but like it kind of like when you look back, it's like, damn, he really fucked Gohan over.
Ew.
He put that boy through so much,
Yeah,
man.
he was like, hey, the Cell guy,
Do it.
you're gonna fight him.
Yeah, he got to a point. Yeah, when he got to the point in the fight, it was like, all right, I give. Gohan, get in there. And I'm like, oh, and all the Z fighters are like, oh. It's like, damn, man. Even Piccolo was like, dude, you're letting your son get his ass kicked out there right now.
Also,
And Goku was like, oh.
also the fact that Goku just suicide bombed.
Well, no, like, yeah, we get to that too. Like, basically, like, thrusting everything on Gohan, and then, like, after the Cell Juniors beat the shit out of everyone, he's like, oh yeah, no, and then 16 was his breaking point. Where, like, 16 went in to try and stop him, because Gohan was taking the beating of a lifetime, and Goku was like, nah, he's got this. So 16 went in, and fucking Cell went, cut him down, and then his head rolled. That was an iconic moment too, though.
Best
You can do
boy.
it.
Rip.
It's like he talked about how, like, you know,
Protect nature.
you know, he admires the fact that, like, the Gohan is so compassionate and all that stuff as a fighter, but right now he needs to let all that go, and like it was just like, wow, like you really felt the gravity of the situation and like what Gohan had to do. I mean, like Cell just stepping on him, that was so like that felt like very what's it called? Not drastic, but very graphic. At the time as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, I just see this man, just his head literally got stepped on and exploded. And the oil, it didn't help that the oil was like reddish. I was like, oh my god, he just died. And like just like that part with Gohan, and he's just like looking and like it went shh, like going through his head. I was like, oh, what's happening? And like then his scream. It's just that moment, man. That might be my favorite moment, other than the Namek Saga, of like Dragon Ball Z of all time. Like Gohan going to Super Saiyan 2.
Oh, come on, who could forget the broken arm Kamehameha?
Yeah,
You would have to try to forget it.
Man, it was just also like, but this is the part that was fucked up too about what Goku did. Then like Gohan, like, because he was in this new state, like his emotions were just like kind of everywhere, and like he decided to play around with Cell, and then because of that, he was going to self-destruct and blow up the world. Now he was in between a rock and a hard place. Now he's like, fuck, I messed up, and now he has to deal with that guilt for the rest of his life. On top of the fact that Goku had to step in and say like, oh, I'm proud of you, bye-bye. And then he went and left and blew up and died. So he's like, I let the whole world down. I let my dad die. And he's so young. He got fucked
And then
over.
Cell came back, so it was like all that didn't mean anything.
Toriyama just had the biggest hate boner for Gohan after this point of all time. I just didn't understand.
He kind of proved that in Super.
I just don't understand. Like,
Gohan just useless character.
I mean, it was such an awesome
Pretty much.
moment, granted. But like, damn, man. Like, Gohan went through a lot during this saga.
Oh yeah.
You know? Like, it was just like a really, like, it was cool, like, also seeing the father-son development between Trunks and Vegeta. And it was also really sad because Trunks never got that in his time. So like him getting that there, it was really like touching and stuff. And I think Trunks helped Vegeta develop. into like a more of like a person, you know,
He made him be nicer to his younger self.
and his wife. My boy.
He was like, hey, you were kind of a bad dad when I was young, so be a good dad
Yeah.
to this new young me.
Oh yeah, and then the evolution of Krillin and 18's dynamic.
Oh yeah.
Krillin got the best deal out of that whole thing,
He
bro.
really did though.
He's like, let me simp real quick. Take the bomb out of 18 real quick, Shenron. Okay.
And she's like,
and she's like, maybe I can smash. And he's like, shit. Krillin won, dude. And it's also funny how like 17 wasn't talked about after that.
yeah.
And then he shows up again later, but yeah, we'll get to that too. But yeah, Cell Saga was really good. Hercule stealing the glory at the end,
As one does.
as a Hercule does.
I am, without a doubt,
The greatest! I love Hercule. Mr. Satan's the greatest, dude. He's so good, especially in Buu Saga. Alright, but now,
my favorite
Fuck,
character.
we just scratched the surface,
Buu
bro.
Saga.
My favorite character.
Bro, there's so much Dragon Ball.
Oh man, there's just a lot wrong with this saga.
I don't like the saga, but I like Boo. He's pink gum
See,
Jesus.
It was arguably the worst written saga.
Yeah,
in
but like
Z.
there's a lot of cool stuff that came out of it.
Yeah.
But the story and plot wise,
They're like,
It's so all over the
remember
place.
the Kais? Oh yeah, not one of them Kais is in Boo, and that's why Boo's the way he is. Oh, by the way, here's Boo, and here's Bobbity. Alright,
Yeah.
okay, so they exist now, alright? So then Boo, he's vibing now, right? He's a good person. But then his dog gets shot, so he's gonna get really, really, really
And
angry.
it turns into dry gum.
And there's gonna be a Dragon version of him, which he tries to fight, but he loses again. So
And
then
he
the
turns
Dragon
into candy and eats.
Yeah, the Dragon version of Boo absorbs the old Boo, and then now there's Super Boo, who is fit, old, evil Dragon Boo, but now he got pink part in him, and then he
Exactly.
absorbs people all over the world,
And
then
he kills everybody.
And then he kills everybody, and then they take out a bunch of people out of Boo, and then they're like, we did it! And they're like, oops, we took out the fat guy, so now he's Kid Boo, and he's like, and
He's a monkey.
And then he's deleting the world, and he literally deleted the world, like he killed
Yeah, he destroyed
everyone.
the Earth.
He
He
killed
went weird.
everyone, and the only people alive were like Goku, Vegeta,
And Kid Buu.
and Kid Buu, and Hercule.
Oh yeah, I can't believe that. Yeah.
So
It was just like there's that, and the pacing was all over the place, and like they introduced the Kais as this big force, and then they were fucking useless.
they got Millie rocked.
they did
Like they were weaker than the Saiyans, and they're the gods of this universe. It just like, huh? You know, it didn't make a lot of sense power scaling wise. The introduction to them were kind of lame in the tournament. They just competed, and then Piccolo like sensed it. He's like, "I'm not fighting." I was like, "Okay then," and that happened. And then Gohan comes in, and I mean, I like the dynamic between him and Videl during the saga. That was cool, and seeing him develop into a man, and like in the school, like the school parts was like, they were kind of cool as slice of life stuff. Oh, and we can't forget the best filler episode in Dragon Ball of all time though. The car episode where Piccolo and Goku take the driving test.
And Piccolo
bro.
got the fit.
And Piccolo got the fit with the backwards lid, bro. And the yellow shirt, he had the drip, bro.
Uncle Piccolo.
Uncle Piccolo, baby. Piccolo's second best dad, bro. Actually, first best dad.
He
but
was
that's another thing.
he was Gohan's dad.
But yeah, no, like there were good things. Again, like Gohan's development. But then they go through all of the hubbub with Gohan getting his final potential fully unleashed.
Oh, yeah,
After he got knocked down a peg for not training. Yeah, he like knocked down and like he realized, oh shit, I should have kept up with my training, and the guilt and like him finally going Super Saiyan 2 again and fighting, and him, man, they just fucked him up. Him releasing Boo because he was fighting Deborah, and oh man. And yeah, they finally give him his hidden potential. Most badass thing. Goes down, puts on his father's gi, beats up Boo for a little bit. Then Boo absorbs Goten and fucking smacks him up. I'm like, man, that's terrible writing, terrible pacing. And oh yeah, Gohan's gonna make the same damn mistake he made with Cell with Boo after he let his dad die. No, he wouldn't. That's the thing. They cut them so hard because every Dragon Ball fan was sucking off Goku and like, no, you can't get rid of Goku. You just can't. And Toriyama was like, all right then. Even though the setup for Gohan was like throughout the whole series, showing his hidden potential with Raditz, then Namek Saga, then the Android Cell Saga, him going Super Saiyan 2 and saving the world, and then this was gonna be the nice bow on top. Him unleashing his full potential, being the strongest technical being on Earth, and then they're like, nah.
It only goes downhill from there.
But then we got Vegito.
That was pretty hype. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, we skipped the Super Saiyan 3 Goku.
Oh yeah, like the reveal of
And
Super Saiyan
Majin
3.
Vegeta.
Yeah, the reveal of Super Saiyan 3 that lasted like 10
2
minutes.
episodes.
2 episodes, and then he couldn't really use it anymore. It's like,
That was so funny.
and he couldn't even beat Boo. And
He roasted Boo at least.
For a
Majin
little bit.
Vegeta was cool.
Yeah.
I will admit, like
It
Vegeta
makes
dealing with
sense.
his sins and his like having
pride.
being such a prideful being, but then being knocked down a peg so much that he had so much grief and guilt. Like he felt like less than Goku too, because now he was like, you're always moving past me. So like, it made sense for Bobby to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just such a cool moment, like seeing him like vile again, and like killing the people in the tournament. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, seeing him big bad again. And then like him having that character development moment with the final explosion and saving his son, man, and knocking him out. I was like, oh man, I'm tearing up over here. And then the final explosion didn't do anything. I'm like,
Alright,
it's like build up, build up, build up.
yeah.
Build up, build up, build up.
That's pretty much, and then
That's the entire
yeah,
Blue Arc.
and you go to Go Tanks, and it's like, oh shit, a fusion.
Yeah, and Goku thought we're gonna leave it to them, and they're gonna do, and they went Super Saiyan 3, even though like, Goku like did all this to do it, and then he played around and dicked around and got his ass kicked. And it's like, is anyone gonna do anything?
He plays volleyball with Piccolo.
And then we get Vegito.
And then Vegeta wanted
He
well,
does the
yeah.
same thing.
I mean, he still eats. Well, he still beats the shit out of him, and then he goes in. He's so OP that Boo goes inside of him, tries to expand and blow him up, and he's just like, he's like, nah, and he goes, and he just, and I'm like, how is this man literally the greatest being in the entire universe right now? He's just so OP that he's just like, he
He's such a
wills
Chad.
Boo out of his body. And it says he wasn't even Super Saiyan. And he went Super Saiyan. Okay, Vegeto's sword slaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vegeta's sword's like one of the
The
coolest.
coolest fucking things, bro.
Is it just like a sword made out of
Key, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the coolest shit. And kind of what they used for the later with the other villain. But yeah. No, like, Vegeta was cool. And like, some people are like, hey, we got Vegeta out of it. I guess that's all worth it in the end. It was a whole arc kind of wasted.
I mean, we got, like I said, we got a lot of cool stuff.
I mean, like, again, like, Ultimate Gohan was awesome.
On the Gohan,
They wasted
3, Majin Vegeta, Go Tanks, Vegito,
Yeah, I wish they would use Gotenks more.
and then we get then we go to the Kid Buu.
Kid Buu was cool though,
Monkey.
but it was also like another jump. It's like, oh, we're done with Vegito. He's gonna get all the people out, killed. No, not done yet. But again, the Spirit Bomb at the end of it
Yeah.
was kind of awesome. And then like him turning Super Saiyan and going, like that shit was awesome. And but then Vegeta had to get his ass beat for him to get all the energy. No one didn't get the shaft this arc.
Everybody got the shaft.
Everyone got the shaft. Everyone got the Boo
Except
shaft.
for Boo.
Oh,
Boo was the only one that didn't get the shaft.
Boo came back, you know?
Yeah, he came back. And then Kid Boo turned into Ooh, baby. But then we never saw
him
Oob
again.
again after the epilogue. It's, I want to see Oob in Super Bro.
I don't.
I do! Because he's the reincarnation of Kid Boo. He's supposed to be OP.
Yeah.
But
Always
okay,
training
just
Oob.
listen. Your opinion's based on GT Oob, okay? And GT Oob was a fuck up. We're not gonna talk about that.
He also,
I mean, we will.
Boo literally like died for him.
Alright,
and
so
he didn't
how
do
should we do this?
it.
Should
Are
we
we
go
gonna
into
go-
GT, then into Super?
Oh, well, should we go?
Or- oh, wait,
should
the
we do
Z
the
movies.
Z movies. Let's do the Z movies.
What was
Uh,
that?
I
I
haven't
can't,
seen
though.
BoJack.
It's not. It's. I'm gonna be
Most
real.
of the Z movies are
I'm gonna be
pretty
real
trash.
with you. You ain't missing a lot. Just take what happened in the Cell Saga, condense it into an hour, and add like a tournament. Like, well, no, yeah, it's basically it's just a little tournament on a different planet, and Gohan fights Big Bad at the end. Goku comes and punches Bojack from the other realm, and then Gohan's like, ah! And then goes Super Saiyan 2 again and kills Bojack in like one punch. That's literally all that happens.
It is very not exciting.
I mean, I love seeing like Kid Gohan in his dad's
that
game
was
before
cool.
Ultimate Gohan. That was dope.
Is
And
that
him
the
going
one with
Super
the
Saiyan 2.
green bean people?
Yeah.
And the girl that calls 18 a bitch or something? Yeah, I remember that. She's like, you whore. And I was like, oh, what the fuck is this?
Zangya.
Yeah.
And
I was like, this is a
Bujin
movie for
and-
like
Trunks has that sword fight with that guy.
A guy who
Yeah.
has a sword too.
Yeah.
It's just
Goku.
yeah. It's just a lot. It's like
It's
and it wasn't a lot.
and
You know,
Bojack was.
Bojack himself was
He
a
was
cool,
kinda cool.
designed character.
Yeah.
The writing was all over the place, but like it was a cool concept of space pirates.
Damn, bro.
You should have just not done a tournament thing and just gone off with the space pirate kind of thing.
Yeah.
But they
Does every like old Dragon Ball movie just end up being a one punch thing?
Pretty much.
yeah.
Damn it.
Because let's take the Android 13 movie. Goku got punched in the balls. The android
Punches
came
him,
back.
throws him in like a
It
boom.
was a cool concept having
Yeah.
like more androids being unearthed and like having them being like outdated models, so they had to absorb each other to evolve.
Ew.
But him being a trucker guy and like having a country accent,
Yeah,
it
no,
was just the
but
weirdest
it's just so because
shit.
like he's like this trucker guy, then he absorbs the other androids and he turns blue and he gets like orange hair.
He
and
becomes
it's like,
Broly. He
what?
basically becomes Broly with
He said-
like orange Super Saiyan hair. And then yeah, he goes with Goku and he goes and he punches him in the
Crushes
balls.
his
And
nuts.
that was the best part of the whole movie.
It really is.
Oh yeah, but then also the spirit bomb absorbed
Absorbed.
punch.
And he goes.
It just goes punch.
It was so, that part was cool as fuck though. I'll
Yeah.
admit. But yeah, like most of the movies just become, introduce little villain, little exposition, build up.
Fight team.
Deus Ex Machina at the end with Goku or Gohan.
Yeah.
It's kind of what happens. I mean, it was formulaic. There was
Because it was a movie.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're shooting out these movies to make extra cash on the side because the series. I think it was end, or like there are parts of the movies that were ended and like
Yeah.
it's a whole thing. All right,
Yeah,
then
what other
it's the
movies we got?
Slug movie. Where he went
Hey,
all Super Saiyan.
Yeah, that was weird.
False.
So I thought Slug was cool though.
Yeah.
I never saw
His
Actually,
old
Slug.
crusty ass.
Another evil
Turns
Namekian.
big. And like his outfit
Oh, yeah.
is ugly.
And then you learned about the whistle.
Yeah.
The whistle being a weakness to the Namekians because of the ears. And then Piccolo rips off his own fucking ears. Because he's like, I can't listen to this. And then he's like, Goku now! And he went, chee! And then and then Slug was like, ah! And then Goku, like, with the power of Piccolo, punches through him. It's just the weirdest movie ever.
Why does like Slug look like a fucking McDonald's restaurant up in there with
He
his
looked
yellow
like the
red?
McDonald's version of Piccolo.
Why he look like that? Why you let him
Long
dress like
forehead.
that?
When you go back and you summarize the movies, it sounds so funny.
It's so stupid
It's
looking.
so derpy.
But the false Super Saiyan was kind of cool, like the illusion, like
Yeah.
because it was before Super Saiyan was like being conceived. So it
This
was
is
like,
before the Namek Saga.
yeah, so it was kind of cool, like him going, and like his eyes, like it was kind of like looking like Broly a little bit, but with it, I'll show you later, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
But that was the cool part of that movie. I
Garlic
hated
Jr.
Icarus though.
oh,
That-
Garlic
that-
Junior.
Well, yeah, we'll talk about Icarus later.
Which
But
one's Icarus? Oh, the dragon.
that became part of like every
Yeah.
movie with Kid Gohan for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Garlic Jr. movie, Dead Zone, I think it was called. Yeah, it was cool. I mean, Garlic Jr. was weird, and then you went buff Garlic Jr.
Garlic
Yeah,
Jr.
it's probably the worst
Every
movie villain.
every villain
It's
just
just
it's like
buff.
I will get buff or giant.
Garlic.
Even cool.
Yeah,
I've never heard
He's
of
a
this
little blue
fucking movie.
man.
He could. Oh yeah, he doesn't have a card in Dokkan.
No.
Not even an SR
He's a
yet.
little blue boy.
That's so weird.
And he
Sure, we'll
gets
get
really
one.
buff and
But-
he's at the beginning of GT.
But yeah, like it was cool because like it brought back some of the mystical parts of Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
And like, cause like it had like the jar and like the it was like the mist or whatever.
I
That
just
was,
like
yeah.
how
that
dumb
was part of
Garlic
his Dead
Jr.
Zone or whatever.
sounds.
It was okay. It wasn't a bad like, eh. Then they had like the Dr. Wheelo movie. the thing with the brain,
The brain
machine.
The
Oh, yeah.
brain machine, bro.
Okay, we don't need to talk about that, but that kind of sucks.
No,
Cooler.
No, before Cooler, Turles.
Oh yeah, Tree of Might, baby.
Turtle, yeah.
Turles was interesting. 'Cause He was
Turles-
just like Goku Black before Goku Black
Yes,
was a thing.
but like their explanation was all low class Saiyans look alike,
Bruh.
so everyone just looks like Goku, I guess.
And Bardock, yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of weird, but like
It's
we
not
went with
canon.
it. But then we had the ball sack guys,
Oh yeah.
and we had the weird frog thing.
I'm glad Turles is gone, you know.
Turles himself was kind of okay, and he had cool moves like Kill
But
Driver when he
yeah.
sent like that weird circle thing.
Once
and, like,
Bardock existed, I didn't care. I
but
was
the
like,
tree, the fruit of the tree
I
of
don't
might, he
think
went
it's like
and
And he goes buff.
yeah, and he goes buff like every other
He goes,
villain. How did Goku even fucking beat him? I don't even remember. He probably just gathered the energy of his
Oh,
friends.
and he'd use like the mini spear
Yeah,
bomb.
yeah,
Oh yeah!
The one-handed spear bomb.
He
I gathered enough energy from my
basically
friends.
used a Rasengan.
He really
Pretty
did.
He
much.
really did.
Yeah, and then Cooler.
Cooler.
I
Cooler
liked
was
Cooler's design. The
Cooler
movie was okay.
It was okay.
I mean, it was still like again Dragon Ball Z movie standard, but like Cooler himself was
Yeah, the
badass.
idea is cool. It's like, oh, you killed my brother. Well, I'm here to whoop your ass
First form Cooler.
because I'm not my brother.
First form
Yeah.
Cooler looks a lot better.
Huh?
You think so?
I love Final
Final
Form
Form
Cooler.
Cooler is
He's so buff.
badass.
He's
I,
like,
yeah, he goes buff like every other villain, but
But
he
he
gets
gets
a cool
mask.
fucking face mask and pointy things on his head.
technically it's not a mask, it's more like a face.
It's like a
It's
face
so,
plate.
but like it's yeah, it's super
But he
cool.
can take it off.
It's so
Yeah,
awesome.
that's how he eats, that's his teeth.
Ew.
I think he looks cooler with it on.
Yeah. Haha.
Haha. Yeah.
And then you get Meta Cooler.
But it was so funny. It's just the Deus Ex Machina at the end of that. How he goes Super Saiyan was like the bird or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like he saw the bird and it's like life, and like Goku's like he's gonna destroy the life on Earth. Ah! I'm like wait, oh! And then he goes Super Saiyan and kills him. It was just so weird. I was like, they would just write themselves into a corner at the end and be like, Super Saiyan, new form, angry kill. It's like, it's like that's how it went, you know. And then we had Broly.
I go big buff.
I'm not gonna lie, I still love Broly the Legendary Super Saiyan. I
At
still
least
love
the
that
first
movie.
movie.
I don't like Broly.
Like even the writing in that movie is kind of ass,
It
but I
was.
still
Kinda.
love it. And the music that they used for the dub,
The music, yeah.
that metal, oh my god,
I'm
it
sorry,
was so
but, like,
good.
you cannot tell me Toriyama could not come up with a better reason to make Broly not like
Honestly,
Goku.
though.
You didn't let me sleep! I'm gonna kill you! Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is that?
How would you even
Remember.
Yeah, you remember
I don't
that
remember
as
what
a
I
baby.
I don't remember what I had for dinner 3 days ago. Like, how is this never gonna Kakarot? Like, just, but his design though, as the legendary Super Saiyan, was one of the most badass designs Toriyama's ever put out, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
I love the blue hair.
Just like like the restrictor and like the bands, like he had that regal look. Like he looked like royalty, and like
Aztec bitch.
he looked so fucking cool. And then like his regular Super Saiyan form with the band broke and like he had the blonde hair. I was like, yo, this man looks so cool. And then he went down. Like, he took in so much energy that his fucking skin blew off, and he became this buff Omega giant. I was like, holy shit! He like, it was like as a little kid, I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. And he like just cream pied everybody. Like he took Goku and went. Just throwing them, dragging them, beating the shit, literally holding him out and going, just jumping on him. I was like, how are they gonna beat this man? And then Vegeto's having his midlife crisis over in the corner.
Oh, is that the meme where he's looking at the sky and the rain's falling?
Oh no, that's he was
That's
trying to
what
go
it
Super
sounds like,
Saiyan. He couldn't. That was so sad too. But yeah, like he was just he was hyperventilating. He was and Trunks is just trying, Dad, come on, he's fucking killing us. And everyone just killing them, bro. It's just the funniest shit I've ever seen. Like,
Wipes the floor.
Probably just the most badass. Like, he was just like, yo, I don't even feel you hitting me. Like, they hit him in the face, he was like, and like him having green key, and like he's so powerful. He's changing the color of the fucking entire world. I was like, man, this is the most badass villain ever. And in my mind, I'm like, there's no way they can beat him unless they pulled something out of the ass. And how they beat him is Goku's like, I need all your energy real quick, and like Vegeta's like, oh, I'm prideful. Even though he already went through that whole cycle of realizing that he needs the help, which didn't make sense. And Goku's like, Vegeta, fucking come on! And he's like, fine. And then he gave him the energy, and then he's like, can't really form a spirit bomb with this, so he goes,
punch.
oh! And he punches him, and he literally just explodes a hole in his stomach. And he goes flying.
He goes kaboom.
And I'm like, but this man was just literally destroying you.
Yeah.
How in the world?
They're literally like on the floor dying.
Literally the power.
Oh, and I love how Broly just like would parry because his dad was trying to escape. He's like, no, throws him into the sun. I'm like, yo, I love this man. He's psychotic. He's insane. And then he became a bumbling oaf
He
in
really did.
Second Coming. In Second Coming, well, okay, it was bullshit that he survived at all.
Yeah.
Technically, he nearly died, and then that kind of Zenkai boost to that man. There was no way they were gonna fucking kill him. There's just no way in
Should have
hell.
been invincible.
He could have, yeah. And then he just shows up in this fucking lake, frozen. And this guy
the
from a
Avatar.
random ass village comes and finds his blood and whatever. He's like, ah. And then he comes out. And then Videl and Krillin are there. And then
It's
like
okay.
Trunks is there too. Oh no. Trunks isn't there. I mean Goten is?
Yeah.
Oh no, both of them are there. I think.
Gohan, Goten.
Kid
Trio.
Trunks.
Yeah, Kid Trunks. And it was just but it was cool seeing adult Gohan trying to fight him. And then he got his ass kicked.
It's
And
a
even though like technically power scaling wise by that time, I mean I guess he got weaker, but he still had Super Saiyan 2.
Yeah.
And Broly literally was near death. I don't even know how he healed. It doesn't even make any sense. So like he should have easily dealt with that, but then Broly was just like, I'm gonna just be as strong as I was near the end. And then he's just like, wow, wow. He didn't even die from the lava. Man, just like coming out with a key barrier blocking the lava. I was like, holy shit, bro. This is really the end. And then he comes out and he goes, he just drops the explosion, and like Gohan has to come at me with Goten. And they're like, ah, and they can't do it. And then Goku pulls another get out of fucking Otherworld free card and just let me go help you real quick. Family coming at me out, and the kill, and he it's so strong. He goes ah, and then he shoots him and like loops him around and goes into the sun and blows up. I was like,
You know what I
He's
want?
done now.
I want an edit of Broly on the mountain. He's like, heh, I'm gonna drop the F-bomb. And they're always like, no, don't do it! And they combat it.
Broly's one of the funniest, it's the funniest shit that Dragon Ball Z ever did.
but like, I feel like Broly kind of encompasses what Dragon Ball Z is, which is so
Yep.
ridiculous,
It's-
but so cool at the same
Yeah.
time.
That's why I love him. I'm a stan, man. I'm a Broly stan.
Bro, I got his pin, bro. I got
I'm a
Broly extra
fanboy.
large pin.
Then after Second Coming, we get
Oh wait, but like the Family Kamehameha was a cool moment.
it was
Yeah, it
cool.
was.
It was cool and made a good card Gohan.
It-
We'll give it that.
Bye,
But yeah,
bro.
then we
Vile Broly.
Oh,
get
yeah.
the literal fucking sludge mess that is that movie overall, not just the fucking.
The only thing I like about Broly is Krillin acts cute with 18.
It was cool seeing 18 fight again too.
Yeah.
But God, that movie was just the worst Dragon Ball movie in my opinion.
It was
like literally, you could like Trunks pissing on Broly's head.
What?
Or was that Second Coming? Oh, there's too many bullshit
Too many
moments.
Broly movies.
Oh no, yeah, no, like no. In this movie, Trunks I think like moons him or whatever, like,
Oh.
and then like how they kill him was just like water.
Because he's just sludge. He's literally just
How they even
sludge.
cloned him from the little blood they found, like,
That man
and
was
like,
literally
and
disintegrated.
they became a
How the hell
banana
did they
monster
find-
that turned into green, and like
So
he had his heart
ugly.
like that glue or like glowed in the dark, bro. And I'm
My
like,
question is, how the fuck did they find his blood when he disintegrated into the sun?
I think it was left over from when he was frozen.
Oh.
Child
And
animal.
yeah, again, there's a lot that didn't make sense in this movie.
Yeah.
And then Krillin showed. Oh yeah, no, Krillin showed up in Second Coming in Piccolo's outfit because Gohan's like Piccolo. It was Krillin in the outfit. I mean, you kind of helped, but yeah. But back to Bio Roller. And like those Bio Warriors were ugly.
That movie's just bad.
It was just funny, like 18 demanding her money from Hercule.
As you should.
It was just. Oh yeah, Hercule was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
And he's like, I'll pay you double! Deal with this man! And then she tried and then she got cloned.
At least he got
too.
smacked. Everybody gets smacked in the movies
But then
until the
the
end.
save, and then he comes out of the water in giant form! And then he starts freezing up from the water, turning purple, and then the Krillin, Trunks, and Goten use Kamehameha and kill him.
Yay!
They really don't know how to write stories when Goku isn't there.
Because he's
Nope.
so much of a MacGuffin.
Because they don't know how to write Goten and Trunks, which is doesn't.
Which is
Because
sad,
they need to age them up at some point.
They will be
No, I just make
forever.
Gohan a
Oh,
school person.
And
Oh wait.
my
they
favorite,
get
actually,
Fusion
yeah, my
Reborn.
real favorite Dragon Ball Z movie, Fusion Reborn.
It's. I mean, honestly, it's kind of boring
Until like
until
the
the
apex.
end. Yeah.
Is that the one of Janemba?
Yeah.
Janempa and Janemba.
Every
Janemba.
single dub.
Yeah.
Janemba.
Janemba.
Man, I actually just I don't know.
When you break the jelly
oh, I can watch that now and
barrier
be like,
by yelling at
vibrant.
it. He's like, how do I break the jelly bean barrier? I know. Yell at it!
The aesthetics of Hell were really cool, man. Like,
It's just a kid Candyland.
No,
Yeah,
that was
like-
after Janemba.
no, yeah, like and like they have like the whole needle in a haystack, but like it's all a bunch of fucking like metal needles
Oh,
like the
yeah,
aisle, and like. It was just so, and like all the villains coming back, I'm like, but like they were literally weak as shit compared to everyone at that point. Like Gohan is like, okay. Wait, no, like that's another movie where Vegeta sees Nappa again. That was another one, but yeah, like it was cool, like the build up, and like literally Goten and Trunks fight Hitler.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
I'm like, what is happening right now? And then he's like literally toppling tanks, like, and he's like, oh, what's happening?
And then they go Super Saiyan and he's like,
Hell yeah, you are perfect. I'm like, oh my god, this is actually happening right now. Oh my god, seeing Pycon again was cool. I mean, you got his ass eaten by Janemba like the whole
Yeah, a little
time.
bit.
But then like the introduction of Gogeta was like the coolest shit ever.
It was.
Probably one of my favorite designs
When you
ever. Until we see him,
Ew,
and then we see him again,
Vegeta.
and then he's canon, baby. But we'll get to that. But yeah, like it was the music in the movie was really awesome.
I don't remember the music like at all.
I remember it being good.
It was cool. Oh, I think they used that in like a lot of Dragon Ball Z movies. Now that I think about it, they use the same soundtrack. But yeah, Gogeta kind of made that movie,
He did.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's worth it because it's Gogeta.
Yeah.
So it's fine. And like his moves, the Soul Punisher was the coolest shit ever. You're just like, let me eradicate
Banish
all
all
of the evil. I'm like, huh?
It's so feed.
And it's just like a small little like
It's like
rainbow
sparkles.
ball. Yeah.
Just-
Yeah, and like Janemba was like, and he's like, oh shit. Oh! Like
No.
blew up from the inside. It was so cool, man. I love that, man. That movie was awesome. And I love Janemba. He was a cool villain, I think.
Okay, so now do we do GT or Super?
Shit.
There's so much to
Where are we even at
How
now?
about an hour? We can make this a 2-hour one if we want.
Why not? We'll split it into 2 separate episodes. We'll have a bonus episode that week, baby. You guys got lucky.
Bye.